project my voice a little more because I have my heater on. It's really cold in this house. And it's the summertime. I'm not supposed to be cold. I'm black. Anyway. So first and foremost, right? Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. That's the direct message coming through. Alright. There are going to be some individuals at this time on your path where you're able to move, or you're thinking about traveling, moving to a different area, and you're going to be able to do that. There are other individuals where you are, let's say this, some individuals will be moving and some individuals will be staying in place for a little while. Regardless if you move or if you're staying where you are, if you are divine chosen, right? If you are on your path and you take it serious, you are candid, about your journey, and you are authentically, sincerely living this path. Regardless if you move to another place or if you have the expenses to move somewhere else, or if you are going to stay where you are protected. You are going to be protected from whatever natural disaster, chaos, is that and the third. Now, I say that, and I know that's far stretch for me to say that, right? But once again, be still and know that I'm God. The past few days, I've been getting messages about precise judgment from the Most High. How don't underestimate the Most High or just the divine realm's strength and power, especially like okay, you know how it can be a whole neighborhood. I was just watching this on this news clip recently. You know how there could be a whole thunderstorm, right? Everybody is going through this thunderstorm. We all hear the thunder, this, that, and the third. But only a specific house gets struck with lightning, or gets struck with lightning. So this is what the Most High is emphasizing to me about how they're handling these individuals here. These dark people, these evil people, whatever the case may be. So even though they may try to blend themselves in and live amongst, other or try to hide themselves, like the wheat and the tare energy try to blend and hide themselves, you can't hide from God. You can't hide from divine energies and sources, especially divine warriors who are literally trained for that. Like they're made for this type of combat. Like, for example, Shango. In the last reading I did, Shango came out a few times. And when I had cut off the reading, I thought about him and just his precision, like, and the machete. And then I thought about the Sagittarius energy again with the arrow, right? Having that precise, aim and vision. So, hitting the target, right? So, that's what I was getting. It's almost like how a person, and it's so crazy, like, y'all understand how powerful lightning is. In just a matter, I want to say, of 2 weeks, I've watched or I've seen news clips, and this all happened like within 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. I've seen different scenarios or situations involving lightning, right? And the first one was this lady was struck by lightning. There was a bad thunderstorm in her town. There was a bad thunderstorm or a storm in her town or wherever, and she usually walks her puppies in the morning or some shit like that. And even though like it was so bad that the news basically was telling people, hey, to stay in your houses, don't even go to work, right? She was like, oh, but I guess because that was her religious thing that she did. She always walked her dogs at that time, so she arrogantly, disregarded the warnings. So I'm getting messages about that too, making sure that we're not arrogantly disregarding warnings of these times that we're in right now and these revelations or whatever messages that spirit are delivering to you directly, right? Take heed to that, and just make sure you're just staying aware. Be mindful of karmic friends talking about old energy, or trying to keep you in old energy, or stuck on something old here and distracted from what's going on right now. Because we got Moon and Lilith harmony reverse, and then karmic friends. So making sure you rid yourself of like karmic friends. So last night I was watching stand-up comedy with my partner, because I was, I was reorganizing some things, and so I just wanted to listen to some funny shit like while I was doing that, and I didn't have to watch the TV. And it was Dion Cole, and even though he focused on wow, that's a spider. He focused on what he was there for, this, that, and the third. He had went on a little rant when he was talking about how everybody's so soft, or too soft now, or like how in this generation people are like just way too soft. Like people can't take a joke, like people can't talk about certain topics and stuff like that without being so sensitive, or without wanting to war with you, this, that, and the third. Like people just don't know how to just anyway. But basically another thing he was emphasizing too was to cut off all liars. Anybody that lie, cut the motherfuckers off. Like people that got problems with lying and shit like that, they was talking about, just being aware of these individuals, like confront them, address them, or cut them off, period. Right? If they don't make they're not trying to make any type of conscious change, to really address that, then cut them off. So some of you guys will be getting a new home, or you are in a new home, or expecting a new home soon as well. We got lighten up, have fun, and playfulness while this is happening. So in the meantime, while they're literally out behind the scenes, getting these individuals, like just because it's not plastered everywhere or whatever, don't mean it's not being done. So that's what I'm hearing too. That's what I'm hearing. So with the water spirits is talking about cities and towns and people who were murdered, and their towns were covered with water, right? These black towns that were turned into lakes. Something about these spirits being vengeful ancestors, or out for their revenge, or something like that too. I was getting that too. Or just something about water spirits, like individuals being haunted by water spirits. Or this could also talk about you receiving communication from water spirits whenever you go to the water. So heavy emphasis on that as well. I heard this is not for everybody, but look, yeah, silence as a weapon. This is not for everyone, but for some of these individuals who was a part of this, look, we got it's too late, money trees reverse. But some of these individuals who are a part of this, someone in their family, or I heard something about drownings. Some of these drownings that have happened have been, because of the ancestors, or because of the generations before, who have drowned other people, or they partook in that, right? They had some type of contribution to that. Yeah, that's why we got two-faced energy. So this could talk about people who are like pillars in the community, right? Like they can be a teacher at the school, right? They can be the councilman. It really doesn't matter. But people who have these certain positions where it seems like they're a Samaritan, or they're decent people, right? Because we're talking about two-faced, so this double life energy. These are talking about, this could be people who have worked in these type of positions and stuff like that because of the people that they know, right? They put each other on and keep each other on, right? They look out for each other. Yeah, I'm talking about wife. I'm talking about some wife. Oh, I gotta be honest. But anyway, this is talking about, for example, like the sins of the father being passed down to the children. So some of these individuals experience like their children or something like drowning or something like that in these lakes. And what I'm hearing too, like some of these drownings that occurred at some of these lakes were a result of the water spirits who were murdered there. Yeah, so be mindful. I mean, but of course, if your generation, or if your people, or if you did whatever you needed to do, you know, to transform any toxic patterns or generational patterns and stuff like that, you won't have to worry about that. But this is talking about individuals, you know, who are, you know, who arrogantly continue on, you know, throughout life without repenting, or just trying to live as if, you know, this is a hidden thing, we're never going to speak on this, you know, whatever, we're going to take it to the grave type shit. No, you're not. And this is the thing, you might be taking it to the grave, but it's not going to be your way. So that's what Spirit is saying. It's not going to be your way. You think that you're taking something to the grave, but no, in actuality, you're giving up a soul. You're giving up a soul. You're trading a soul in order to maintain that lie or keep that lie hidden. You're trading a soul, and that's what you're going to, that's what's going to get carried to the grave. A soul. A soul. So, I don't even want to use these cards. I want to use my Angel Tarot. I ain't gonna be up here for no hour today. Well, not on this one. I don't think so anyway. What message do you have regarding these water spirits here and these lakes? The ancestors who are covered with water and lakes, their towns, these towns covered with water are turned into lakes. These drownings, water spirits. So we got 7 of Pentacles, the lovely God, discernment, general prosperity, the deliverance of prisoners. So this is talking about these people here who was buried or whose lives were kind of just wiped away. This is talking about these people being delivered, right? Being held prisoner in these waters here. Their lives just being disregarded and just tossed aside or whatever. So being basically not having rest, not having real rest, or something about judgment. So we have the Knight of Swords, the all-pervading God. Let me read the number on this person. So the 7 of Pentacles, Namaya, the lovely God, is number 57. Discernment, general prosperity, deliverance of prisoners. And then we got Knight of Swords, which is 59. The all-pervading God. Intellectual richness, protects fertility of women, makes children respectful toward their parents. Give me some more messages. Okay, this is talking about children too, because in this first card, this looks like a child. So children, mothers and their children. Something about destruction of the family here. People who intentionally destroy the family union. We got 11, King of Swords. Victory grants victory and protection from lightning. Whoa, this shit came out reverse. Okay, so I guess there's some type of relation too with water and lightning besides the thunder. So, or this could just be talking about the thunderstorms and how lightning, how the Most High, like, it's somebody. Who is it? It's like, of course this individual, this being is an extension of the Most High, but I don't even think it's the Most High directly. Of course, the Most High is like, you know, exercising, executing judgment, sending his angels, you know, you feel me, on assignment. Like, we be on assignment, right? There is an angel here. Literally, I saw a vision of an angel literally throwing lightning bolts, like, precisely. Like how we see the Sagittarius, dang, what do you call it? I don't want to say hieroglyph, but the Sagittarius, like, symbol for their sign. It's like some kind of dude, some kind of dude or whatever with a bow and arrow, right? I'm literally seeing somebody like an angel here throwing lightning bolts. So this came out reversed. Wow. July 11th. Something about July 11th. And I just heard 911. 711. And then 55. Damn, this says victory grants victory and protection from lightning. This shit came out reverse, y'all. God damn. So Yeah, lightning is definitely being used as a form of like judgment here, or like what the consequence, like after the judgment has been made. Let's just say that. So it says 3 of Wands. This is the number 3. It says the God of hope, connection of the universe, help with great works, protection from adversaries. Now this is concerning the water spirits. Water spirits, these towns covered with water, and these families responsible, suffering from loss here. 9 of Wands, universal medicine, elevation of the soul, and the revelation of mysteries. So something about these individuals being sick or their organs malfunctioning. Elevation of the soul and revelation of mysteries. I don't know why I heard like some type of resurrection of like these people or like these water spirits. Because elevation is basically like resurrecting something. God, the impenetrable secrets. So these secrets regarding these murders here, or murders by water or murders by lakes, is going to be more information coming out about this. I just watched a video about it today, and it kind of just popped up out of nowhere. So that's how it's going to be. It's just going to pop up. The hidden God, Queen of Wands, the number 4. Divine power guards against mental troubles. This is also talking about these individuals intentionally turning a blind eye to this shit for many fucking years. Yeah. Let me show you. It's like all of these individuals here, it's like they're not, okay, like one person is holding their head down. And then the other two is like, okay, one of them has their eyes closed, and then it's like the veil being removed on the other side. I don't know if that can be seen. See, that one's closed or covered, and then this being unveiled, like an unveiling or something. Alright. What was the other message? Precise judgment. Ace of Pentacles, the adored God. This is the number 8. It says divine blessings, drives away evil spirits, rules agriculture production. So, like I said, some people are going to be guided to move now, but obviously everybody is not in a position to just get up and go wherever they would want to go right now or move, right? Period. Some people are just not. However, just because you don't move, just because you don't leave, don't mean you won't be protected by the Most High, the person who is the all-powerful, all-in-control, right? The Great Mother, the Most High God, Father. No. This is why I feel like the Most High is going to be showing us, like, or allowing us to see, or guiding us to see just how precise in warriorhood, or just precise in security that they are, that he is, right? Look at this eye here. So this focus, right? So once again, this precise, so precisely driving away all evil spirits, even if it means fucking up their gardens, their plants, so they can't grow anything or whatever, or taking away the essence of their land, like whatever land that they're living on, like so that the soil is not fertile, and so they have to move, right? They have to move in order to grow their own food. These people are going to be forced to move. So this is talking about precisely like targeting houses, people, lands, cars, whatever your business, you and the whole coven, whatever the case may be. This is talking about precisely targeting these motherfuckers, just like they precisely target certain people who are anointed, period. So we got the Queen of Swords. It says, this is the number 38, it says, God, the hope of all the earth. Ritual and ceremony can acquire all the treasures of heaven and earth. Rituals and ceremonies. So something about something happening at these rituals or ceremonies here, or something major happening, or maybe even like lightning or fire or something happening at a ritual or ceremony here between some dark covenant groups or cultists or evil cultists. I don't know. Three of Pentacles, God hearing limitations. So this is talking about, so this reminds me of the water spirits again, about God hearing their lamentations. That's Lamentations. Mental force protects against sorrows and illness. So while these other people are going to be experiencing sorrow and illness and disease and these plagues and stuff like that, this is talking about you being protected from that. So remember, like I said, not yesterday, weeks ago, and actually a month ago, old video, I had said something about when I was in high school, my grade was so high in my class that I got to exempt the final exam. I was the only one that got exempted, and I didn't have to even go to school, right? So this is talking about you and the divine, chosen, and anointed being exempted from this this chaos that's happening around us. Like, you can be right next door to it and that shit happen, but your shit protected. That's what I'm hearing. It says God, the good in himself, number 24, Knight of Wands. Protection prevents discovery of secret crimes, saves exiles. So these individuals who were exiled, that's literally what happened to them. They came into these towns, these different towns, and there's several of them around, the United States. They came into these towns where it was like predominantly black, and it was thriving, it was successful, whatever the case may be. They didn't have to depend on white people or depend on any other nation. They could depend on themselves. They targeted these individuals, these self-sufficient individuals specifically, right? Murdered all of them, mother, children, and fathers, sons, whatever the case may be. Destroyed all their stuff, which some of the stuff is still there, right? It's still there. The carnage is still there. And then they just had this bright idea to just cover everything with water and turn it into a lake that they now go and boat on top of and swim in and have their parties and yada, 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 fucking around. And so it's like, not only did you exile these people out of their own home, trespass their energy, touching anointed people, that's a major spiritual violation, but then you disturb their resting place with your energy. It says God who rejoices, divine comfort, gives consolation and protection from one's enemies. Now the reason why I paused this now, because this picture kind of makes me think about the angel I saw in my vision holding this lightning bolt. Yep, we got 64 of Pentacles. God liberating the oppressed, self-atonement, cures mental illness, deliverance from persecution. Deliverance from persecution. Those who are favored by God, just because these people weren't your favorite or they was your least favorite, that don't mean that they're least favored by God. So it said to touch not my anointed, do my prophets no harm. So now you violating me. You trespassing against my energy source, the source of life. You're trespassing against my energy. Did this come out reverse? Queen of Cups, God the Redeemer. This is talking about these water spirits, these people who were murdered being redeemed. It's also talking about our ancestors who were a part of this being redeemed through us as well. Redemption serves against enemies of religion, governs chastity. And then we have God who took evil. Number 28. It says longevity protects against infirmities. And this came out reverse. So this is what's going on with them. They're experiencing infirmities that's going to be long lasting. Or it's going to impact their longevity or something like that. God the just the star card. So this is talking about healing as well. And it's, okay, it says clemency. So I just heard Saturn and Aquarius. Clemency and equilibrium protects against attacks in the courts. It's crazy because this also reminds me of these individuals who were responsible. That's why I said this is talking about God letting us know, reminding us who God is and how precise God is. Period. I'm not man. Don't compare me to man. Meaning I don't have to go and destroy a whole fucking neighborhood to get one person that I'm looking for. No, I'm gonna get that one person and leave this fucking neighborhood untouched, unscathed. That's what I'm gonna do. And let me show you. Watch. Watch me. Watch me. So this is talking about angels being sent directly to these individuals to go fetch these hoes. You coming to fetch y'all hoes. It's time to pay. It's time to pay. It's time to pay. Give me some messages regarding the Sagittarius energy, the Sagittarius arrows. So Jupiter energy expansion. We got 9 of Pentacles, the omniscient God, and this is 33. Submission to higher order. Identifies traitors and destroys their plans. So this is talking about these individuals being very desperate or just being forced into a very desperate position or whatever. Ace of Swords, God above all names elevated. Number 61. Affinity and friendship. Abstain the friendship of anyone. No, obtain the friendship of anyone. But look at this image here. I feel like that image speaks volumes. Of this person bowing down. They're going to be forced to bow down. And then we have, so this is talking about repentance too. Love and submission cures illnesses, influences paternal love, gives long life. That was for the Sagittarius arrow. So what I heard there was love, about how these partnerships, it's about to be like, it's almost like the Most High being, or some type of divine angel playing as the true Cupid energy, or like some type of love fairy, or basically responsible for helping like divine masculines and feminines be guided to each other, find each other, or whatever. So your guiding angels guiding you in love or to these partnerships here, precisely, and just trusting them, trusting your journey, not even worrying so much about, you know, when is it going to come. Yeah, because healing, this cycle of healing and abundance, 10 of Cups energy is now. Because that wasn't good enough the way I showed it. 10 of Cups. It says, God, the source of wisdom, fountain of wisdom, gives success in all ventures. It's the number 65. And then we have the 10 of Cups. Divine warrior confounds the wicked, brings victory and peace. God, the master of the universe. 71. I remember on my past videos, I kept channeling about something underwater or underground, and today I felt like this right here has a lot to do with it, about these towns or these people who had their lives, their whole livelihood buried underwater. And I know I visited some of these places like before I even like learned of more of them. Like I found out about Lake Lanier because it's nearby here, and you know, I always go hiking. I'm always looking for waterfalls, nature preserves, you know, to go to, because I'm not a city person, so I have to be in nature. Like, that's just who I am. And so I remember coming across that particular lake, and somehow I was guided to the history of it, and I found out, you know, what happened. Today I got more confirmation, like, and came across this video where they showed more locations where this happened at. So what I was channeling about something happening underwater, I feel like that has something to do with it. Yeah, there's underwater cities that are thriving too, that are alive, but this is talking about like those cities that are now underwater. by some type of toxic act here. This is also talking about if these cities are underwater, that are thriving underwater. This is talking about their shit being destroyed, or them being haunted by water spirits that were murdered. So what I just heard too, something about ships. The people, the spirits who were murdered or thrown off of ships and stuff like that too. Something about their spirits being in the water as well, and attacking certain people in the water, or attacking the descendants of these people who will these type of crimes here. So it says 8 of Pentacles, 31, Lesabel, God the teacher, intellectual talent, provides knowledge. So I'm speaking facts here. Then we have the Sun card. So this is something that was definitely something that was definitely hidden here, or a lack of enlightenment. It says the victifying God, restoration of life, protection from adversaries, rabies, and wild beasts. That came out reversed. So this is talking about these individuals being attacked by wild beasts here in the water spirits. Like some of these energies, some of these animals that are in the water, these sacred beasts in the water, are not like just, it's not just their consciousness that's controlling them. There are some people who died in these waters, water spirits, who also work with these wild beasts of the waters to attack these people here, these invaders. High priestess. So alligators, whales, sharks, it doesn't matter, like, but the wild beasts in the waters. It says, look, and then that's the number 44 for the high priestess. It says, God, the eternal, lasting, success, protection from magistrates. And then we have the devil card. So protection from the devil energy, Samuel, the severity of God. This don't even have a number. So this is talking about severe judgment here, very severe attack. So this is definitely talking about deaths. It says seduction and downfall, communicates with the dead, teaches the occult and magic. So this is talking about these individuals encountering, experiencing the severity of God. Expected. God said expected. But they're not expecting this, or I don't know, maybe they could be expecting this. They're not expecting this, but we're being told to expect this energy here. 7 of Wands, 29. Liberation, deliverance from enemies, both visible and invisible. So this is talking about receiving a lot of consolation concerning these adversities, or during these adversities, as well as comfort and purification, protection from the impious, so the greedy and avarice individuals. Yep, we got prosperity, destruction of the enemy, and deliverance from bondage. God, King, Ruler, 5 of Cups. So this is talking about how these individuals created like prisons, like water prisons for these people by trapping them here. So these people are being avenged. Yep, it says God who supports the universe, fortune and fame, fulfills any request, ask and you shall receive here. These individuals are going to be asking, are going to be begging. That's why this card, this is what this card right here made me think of. You see this person begging? People are going to be begging to be delivered by the Most High, to be helped by you, to be saved by you, to be forgiven by you, right? But all before, they ain't give a fuck. They was acting like they didn't know what the hell was going on, playing blind and not saying shit, covering shit up for each other, willing to lie in the courts. It says drowning sorrows and alcohol, sex, drugs, and others. So this is what they're doing. It sounds crazy, but it's true. Look, they ain't want me to show that. Sounds crazy, but it's true. Alright, some of you guys are going to be put in position to balance your work and play here. And then it says mental breakdowns pending. Or something about these individuals balancing their work and play going to be disrupted here with this mental breakdown. Something about these individuals not being able to trust anybody around them anymore. Yeah, praying more. They're praying more now. Now they're praying more. It says change the narrative and get out of the past. Actually, wait. Psychological diagnoses are actually curses and hexes. So there's going to be these people there's going to be more people speaking up too, like about being a part of this, or their contribution that they made to these things, or just their knowledge of it, right? They're going to be speaking up about it because this is, you know, this is their way of repenting to God, you know, to be approved by God, to be forgiving here. So there's going to be a lot more information coming out about this stuff that was hidden or done secretly, right, for self-gain. Yep. Living a double life. We got Black Moon Lilith, so definitely hidden subconscious or something hidden about the feminine energy, or just with water, right? Then we got seductive speech. This is how they mask it, or how they've been masking it through seductive speech. And then we got the time is now for justice. There is nowhere to run or hide. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The time is now. Justice. That's major confirmation. Alright, closing message. It says, the Most High, the angels, our ancestors are helping us to heal and restore our mindsets and our self-concepts. They definitely was strategically attacked by these individuals, right? But it's your girl, the Authentic Empress. I hope this was provided some clarity for you guys, or confirmation. I love you, and I'll see you next time.